So one day later I can tell you my toe is not broken. Next question, do you have wife and kids? Bonjour. No, I don't have wife and kids, and well, with the life I live, I think would be complicated for me to have a wife and kids. I would definitely need a wife who, well, accepts my lifestyle, which is probably hard to find. So no wife and kids. I'm free. Next, what's up next after Mauritius? We love following you. You're very inspiring. Thank you very much. Tilde Marie, I don't know, somehow her name reminds me of Rainer Maria Rilke, latest to a young poet. Very interesting book, very short and very interesting book to read. After Mauritius, some rest. I'll take some rest. I have to sort some things out, and then I'll spend probably a year, one more year in Southern Africa, and then I'll make my way back up West Africa. Next question, what is the most dangerous situation I have experienced while traveling? Well, obviously it's the tribal area in Ethiopia with the Surma. Yeah, robbed by 6 tribal people, completely drunk. Tribal people who still live tribal life like thousands of years ago. So they don't value human life at all. So when you see 6 guys like this with 3 AK-47s, and they can kill you. So obviously that was by far my most dangerous traveling experience. Look at that, beautiful. So next question, what do you fear? What is your biggest fear? I thought about it since I received this question, because at first I wanted to say I don't fear anything anymore now. No, fear is very important. You need to be afraid, you need to feel fear in order to stay safe, because fear is really what keeps you alive actually. So you need to feel fear when you travel. But it doesn't mean that you have to listen to all your fears. Oh, there's a lot of current, huh? Next question, how has this journey changed me personally? And what have I learned about myself during this journey? Beautiful trek inside a river. So what I like about this journey is that it changes me, it makes me more open, it makes me much more talkative, it makes me much friendlier with strangers. And this kind of journeys, as it's been years and years I'm doing this kind of journeys, actually have changed my political views a lot. And it's funny, it has changed my political views in the opposite way I thought. In the sense that I used to be a very strong leftist when I was young, and traveling, and by traveling I realized that wow, the far left has actually so many prejudices that are completely wrong. So many, I mean, yeah, it's just yeah, it's very funny, because when you have leftist political ideas, you do think that you have those ideas because you respect the foreigners, you respect the people who have a different culture and this, but actually, well, it's the opposite. You just don't understand how are other cultures anyway. So it has changed my political views a lot. And I also learned that what did I learn? Mainly is just like physically I'm just way stronger than what I thought. Yeah, I think the greatest lessons I learned is that for me is that the human body is just the most extraordinary tool we have. It's the human body is so strong, so insanely strong. We are actually, it's very interesting, we are actually the mammal, the big animal that has the greatest endurance on our planet, which means that because before we used to, when we were still all hunters and gatherers everywhere in the world, the main way we had to hunt animals was by outrunning them and exhausting them. So basically we would run after an animal for days until the animal cannot run anymore, but we can still run, and then we can eat it. So yeah, we can basically outrun any big animal on this planet. So we are very strong. So this trek is really in the river all the time. So, which country did you feel the most safe in? I'll give two answers. I thought about this question as well. In general, on this journey, I would say Serbia. Serbia for me was definitely the safest country I've been to on this journey. I would say Serbia and Turkey. Both are very safe. And Turkey, sorry, the country changed name. And in Africa, I had to think about it quite carefully. I would say Botswana in Africa. I would say that even though I did have at some point two guys who came to me when I was riding and looked suspicious, still I would say that in general Botswana felt the safest. How do you take care of your health while traveling? I don't really take care of it. I just try to eat as healthy as possible. I do this more and more. No more Coke lately. No more Coca-Cola. What the hell? And I try to avoid getting bitten by mosquitoes, basically, because that's the biggest, by far the biggest health concern in most of sub-Saharan Africa. So yeah, beware of mosquitoes. I mean, and then of course the cycling helps a lot. The fact that I do a lot of sport helps me a lot stay healthy, actually, and stay in good shape and not sick. It boosts your immunity so much. Was there any moment where you wanted to give up? Actually, the idea came to my mind only once. In southern Ethiopia, when I was struggling so much. I mean, it was so remote, and every day on the road so many things happened that I could not, well, I was creating too much content, so I had to do too much editing, so I had to stop almost like 3-4 days, sometimes a week, almost in every city I passed by. But the thing is, it was so remote, I struggled to digest the injera, so then just eating was difficult. Finding something that was good to eat was really difficult. So I was struggling with the food, I was struggling with and it's so different. I don't know, at some point I thought that my way of traveling was not sustainable, in the sense that I could not handle this life for much longer. So yes, a little bit in southern Ethiopia, and also because I was going so slow. At some point in Ethiopia, I think 6 months had passed, and I had moved 500 kilometers, so less than 100 kilometers per month. The extreme slowness because of the problems I had in Ethiopia, because of the robbery, and the remoteness of the place, linked to my way of producing the videos that I slightly changed now actually, made that at some point I thought I might want to give up, but then I kept my head down, and when I was in Kenya, very soon everything became wonderful. And since then I'm the happiest man in the world. I think it was the slowness, mostly. Yeah, the struggles with the food a little bit, but the first thing is the slowness, and how it took me 9 months to cross Ethiopia. Fucking hell. That's really hard when you have problems. And not to give up, even though you have problems that slow you down so much. That was hard. But I stick to it. And we made it. Fucking hell. Do you get tired of beggars? And how do you deal with the haters on the way? Do I get tired of beggars? Yes. I get very tired of beggars. And haters on the way, I don't meet haters. I've never met any hater in real life. But on the internet it's not, well, there is a lot of hate. It's not that easy, but somehow, well, I know how I deal with it. One click and I can ban the people. That's what I do. Any insults that is personal, anybody who calls me racist, for example, banned. I don't want to talk to people like this. So I just ban people, basically. That's how I deal with haters. How do you deal with fear and the projections people have about your travels? Because it's a very unique way, and thank you so much. You've made me see that you can really do the impossible. You're welcome. Thank you very much for these nice words. Yeah, when people project their fears onto my travels by saying, oh, it's impossible, or oh, it's dangerous, or oh, whatever, I just listen. I say yes, and then I don't give a shit, and I still do it, because you know, like, if you tell French people, oh, I'm going to Iraq, all French people are gonna tell you, man, this is very dangerous. Why do you go there? Have they ever been there? Do they know really if it's dangerous or not? They have no idea. They've never been there. They have no idea how it is in Iraq. So, and that happens many times. So yeah, people who tell you the only way to know if a place is dangerous is by going there, actually, or by going close to the place and asking the locals. That's the only way to know, to really assess a situation anywhere in the world. So projections, fear, people who project their fears, sometimes you're affected. Like, of course I was scared of South Africa before going, because everyone tells you it's dangerous. But so even though sometimes it does affect me, I still go and see by myself, because I know in the end that's the only way to know how it is. Is it dangerous? Are people nice or not? What motivated me to keep going for 3 years? It's quite hectic. Well, it's quite simple. I just love what I do. If I would not love what I do, of course, it would be very hard to keep going for 3 years. But I just enjoy it. I just love it. I don't enjoy it, I love it. I just love this adventurous life. So that's what keeps me going. That's what keeps me going. Enjoyment, passion. Yeah. Beautiful black stones. What type of music do I listen to? I don't listen to much music actually. The type of music I like the most is jazz. I'm a big fan of jazz. Well, then sometimes pop music and or classical music sometimes also. Sure. Do I ever want to settle down, to marry and have a family? I would say probably, very probably no. I don't see the point, honestly. And you are my family somehow. Oh wow. Beautiful. What would you say to anyone who has not visited Africa yet? Something simple. Just don't take the begging, all the begging in the tourism areas. Don't take it seriously. Don't take it offensively. And just go and enjoy it, because if you put aside the begging, it's fantastic. Everything is fantastic. The people are the friendliest people in the world. So just go and see it for yourself. And see Africa for yourself. Hop là. Bonjour. Yeah, you know, the negative sides everywhere. No place is perfect. In Europe, or at least in France and maybe Germany, the people are rude. Can often be rude. In Africa, there is too much begging, way too much begging. That's the main difficulty. Put this aside and you will enjoy it a lot. This is a quite unique trek, eh? Wow, look at that, guys. What an incredible place. So next question. I'm almost at the end. Do you regret starting this journey? Not a single, not a second. That was the best decision I ever made in my life. Wow, oh, it's full of bats. Oh, the bats nests up there. Bats nests up there, incredible. Oh my god. This is surreal, I love this. Wow. Second to last question. What happiness means to you? I don't know, I'm happy. Well, it doesn't mean much, because happiness, in my mind, is just a mindset. It's just something, it's something you can decide somehow. So, well, at least, yeah, I do think it's a mindset more than anything. That nothing really makes you happy. For me, you can just decide to be happy, basically. Wow. Whew. Strong current. So yeah, so happiness is important, but yeah, you just have to decide to be happy, basically. It's a mindset. Well, it's not only a mindset, but what's funny is also, I think, It's a very good question. Oh my god. What I understood during this journey, and one of the reasons why I love traveling, it's funny because I do things naturally, and then afterwards I have to process and try to understand why did I do this. Whoa! I have my phone here, it's dangerous. Oh my god. There is a deep water here, maybe here. Yeah, basically what I found out, oh my god, is that, look at that guy. What I found out, and it's very true actually, I've seen it in studies, the human being naturally thrives in difficulty and does the opposite of thriving in easy life. So having an easy life makes us depressed and sad, while having a difficult life and having to fight for survival, actually we are designed to be happy when we thrive, when we struggle for survival. Yeah, so happiness to me means that I have to force myself to have a hard, difficult life if I want to be happy, because that's the only way. Well, that's the most common way, the most natural way for the human being to experience happiness. Easy life, everything settled down, no problems. That's the best way to depression and sadness. We're just biologically designed for that. We're biologically designed to be happy when we fight for our survival. That's our instinct. Jean. Jean. So apparently I arrived. Everything I did was the ugly part of this trek. I arrive in the beautiful part now, but it's more difficult. So last question, and then we're probably gonna still enjoy the trek together because it's too beautiful here. The question I was waiting for. Are you a French spy? This is so funny. No, I'm not a French spy. You know, spies don't go with the camera to the market to film the tomatoes and the cucumbers. France doesn't need to spy on Africa in order to know how do you sell tomatoes and cucumbers in the market. No, France has the ability to do this without spying. What the fuck? It's funny what this question shows. It's very funny, and I've noticed it, is that oh my, the human being is so easily, look at that, incredible. It's amazing how easy it is to brainwash the human being, basically, and it's amazing. It's amazing and it's sad, but yeah. So don't believe Russian propaganda. Don't believe the propaganda of corrupt African leaders. No, France doesn't need to send a spy to see how is your market, how are your markets. It reminds me of in Ethiopia, just before the Blue Nile Gorge, I had one guy, some locals asked the woman who was selling me my breakfast if I was a spy. But it's like, so you go you have breakfast, and filming the Ethiopian breakfast is a spy thing. How? I'm sorry, but how dumb can you be to believe that filming Ethiopian food is a spy thing? As far as I know, you don't need to send spies to get the recipe of the Ethiopian food. Oh my god. So that's it. No, sorry guys, I am not a French spy. Oh my god, and spies don't come on bicycles. Do you think France is is so poor that they send their spy on a bicycle? It's just so funny. That's it for the questions. See you for the next adventures. Ciao guys. Huh? Whoa! That's scary. It's very scary. A rock fell from up there. If it falls on my head, I'm dead, I guess. So where am I, guys? Oh putain. I think that I reached the end of this trail. Bonjour. On peut continuer par là ou? Après, il faut peut-être nager. Ok, bon bah je m'arrêterai quand il faudra nager alors. Ah là, c'est trop profond là? Juste là, là? Jusqu'à la taille? Ok. Bon bah... Ah. Là, je peux passer jusqu'à là-bas là? Ouais, à la taille, oui. Ok. Après, il faudra nager, ok. So, putain. So I have my swimming shorts. Oh my god. Luckily my backpack is waterproof. Oh, beautiful. That's a nice hike. I bring you to magical places, guys, eh? I'm very happy because this is one of the most beautiful hikes I've done in my life, I think. Ah, wow. Can you climb over here? Oh, yes. Does this look like a bit too deep? I think that's the end, because this is too deep. I will have to swim to pass it. Do I abandon my bike here? No. I'm not gonna give up that easily. I think this way I can cross. Yes! Yes! Well, I cannot go far. I think the end is there. Oh no, you can still continue. Wow. Look at that, guys. What a place. Oh my god. Okay, I think this is what I'm gonna call the end. Maybe not. But here it seems it might be deep, no? Let's see. That's still okay. Still okay. This is so awesome. This is the end. If I want to continue, obviously here I have to swim here. And I'm not gonna swim. So see you for the next adventures. Ciao guys. Much easier in this direction.